young. I went into a bar and they brought him in to play the piano, and I was right next to him. And had dinner with Dionne Warwick. I don't know if you know who she is.
Yeah, I know who Dionne Warwick is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Um, oh, so do you like? Let me see. Okay, then this is a what Glenn Miller band.
that's before my time. That's
I was,
my parents.
I was trying to.
Really get back.
Chopin, Beethoven.
Yeah, you know what? I was taking shots as
Bach. Did you? So you, when you were in the
What
same
about-
room as Ray Charles, did you say anything to him or no?
Not really. They brought him in. He was at a piano. I happened to sit right next to the piano, and I didn't want to interrupt his performance. Now, I'm going back when he was well known, but he wasn't as famous as he became later on. Because I must have been 19 years old at the time, and I used to have a phony ID card to get into a bar. You had to be 21. And a friend of myself used to go in when we were 19, 20 years old into the bar to mostly listen to music.
Wow, that's cool.
How was it? Were you overwhelmed, or do you like? It's just another person.
Yeah, well, he was great, but I didn't appreciate it. When I was a young guy, I went out to Las Vegas, and there was a show going on, and you couldn't get in; it was sold out. And we met with the owner of the hotel that was called the Flamingo Hotel in Las Vegas, and he sat us with his wife to watch the show, and it was Barbara Streisand, but she wasn't known at the time. She wasn't well known. I didn't know who she was, So I guess when you don't really know who the person is, you don't get as excited, even though she was great,
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Brandon, have you met anybody that?
Bobby Flay.
Who is that?
The famous chef. It was actually a really terrible experience because when I was 8, I wanted to be I don't know if you remember this, Grandpa. I wanted to be a chef really badly when I was a little kid. And I was terrible at cooking, and now I actually hate it. But I met Bobby Flay. I had his cookbook, I think, and I met him at this place called Bobby's Burgers. And I was like, "Oh my God, Bobby Flay!" And he wouldn't turn around for like 10 minutes.
Wait, how old were you?
Maybe 8, 10, 12, something like that.
All right.
Yeah. I met Bobby Flay. He was like a hero of mine, and he completely ignored me, like very like. And then so I think my mom was like, "Sir," and like, and he was like, "Oh, yeah, what's up? What do you want to cook, kid?" Okay, cool.
Yeah, the Bill Nye of cooking.
Yeah, he was not very nice in person.
Is Bill Nye nice in
Bill
person?
Nye is historically not kind.
Really?
In person.
Wow.
Like,
no.
He's very much like science oriented and not actually like child friendly oriented. Like,
wow.
He's a pretty he's just kind of a. My teacher used to, like, when I was in grade school, I had a teacher who was like, if you even like whispered Bill Nye like down the hall, she would like appear out of nowhere and just be like, "Bill Nye is a jerk. He is so rude." And like apparently one day she like met him. I think she was on a field trip with a bunch of kids, and like he either swore or he was just very curt and like didn't want to take pictures, didn't want to talk to the kids, like didn't want to do anything, like didn't even. And like apparently that was not like just a one-off thing. Like he's like known for not actually wanting to hang out with kids. Like,
yeah,
who knew doing several VHS tapes for a child audience would come back to haunt him?
Sure. It's like the whole Ellen thing, right?
Yes, literally the Ellen of children.
It makes me like Bill Nye that much more.
Are you guys familiar with Oscar Peterson?
No, who's that?
The writer?
No, he's a jazz musician.